Rent a Girlfriend is a terrible hot garbage, and I'm not saying, oh, it's ironic trash. This show has been dragging on for years thanks to shit pacing with a story which is going nowhere and nothing is fucking happening for over 100 chapters, where every chapter the author gives shit cliffhangers which results in absolutely fucking nothing. Okay, this all started when the Rent a Girlfriend anime was still airing. The anime was taking everyone by storm. Some really disliked the anime because of its weird premise. I mean, getting someone to watch an anime about renting a girlfriend just to show her off in public is kind of hard to get on board with if you don't dig deep enough. But as for me, I thought the premise was really interesting because I later found out that this renting people thing is pretty common in Japan due to their loneliness issues. Even though it sounds weird, it is kind of a wholesome thing in Japan without any creepy intentions. Most of the time. As for anime, the goddess Chizuru had blessed my eyes with her presence. She was a sight to behold. She was not some basic vanilla cup ice cream, but rather, she was a sundae. She could be blackcurrant, strawberry with cream, chocolate, mango, maybe a softie. Fuck me, man. The summer is really hitting here. But as divided people were about the show itself, everyone came to mutual agreement that Kazuya is a cum stain of a protagonist. He's a loser among losers. The guy who has no self-confidence might gain some after looking at him. For example, here are some of the things which Kazuya does. He rents a girlfriend who perfectly does her job, but leaves a bad review for her because she did her job really well. Then he rents her again just to berate her that she's not being loyal to him, even though he rented her. Then taking advantage of a situation and trying to borderline sexually harass her to eventually lying and introducing Chizuru as his girlfriend to his own grandma. And all of this happens in episode 1. Bruh. Come on! And there are so many other things which he does are yikes. But the thing is, eventually he also comes to realize that the things he has done are yikes. So, he actively tries to be better. And that is something I can respect. Because, let's be honest, we also have done some things which are hopefully not as yikes worthy as him, but have messed up here and there which still haunt our sleeps. So, even though I was fuming at Kazuya, I had to play the next episode to see what happens next. And with Chizuru solo carrying the show, I was addicted to it and eventually did what I always do. Go on ahead and read the manga. Okay, just a minute. Let me show you this for a moment. I'm going to draw a graph. On the left side, these are my 10 out of 10s, my all-time favorites, the staples. Down here are amazing shows, which are not 10 out of 10, but they are bangers, from 9 to 7 score at best. Then, this is the area of, whatever. I don't remember watching these shows, probably mid. Then here are the trashy shows, which I know are bad, but I enjoy them anyway, as dumb fun popcorn entertainment. And here are the pinnacle of anime, the top 10 trashy shows, which are so bad that they are a masterpiece. Now until season 1 was going on, Rent a Girlfriend was pretty trashy, but good. Really good. I watched it willingly thinking, yeah, it's kind of bad, but I love it anyway. But then, I read the arc after season 1 and something magical happened. This manga, which I liked because it is trashy, turned into a genuinely good show where some characters had really good writing and progression. What? It went from year to year. No one has ever done that.
No one has ever done that. No one has ever done that.
The season 2 of Rent a Girlfriend is going to be really good one, which was announced recently. We not only get to deep dive in Chizuru's... Don't put this out of context, I swear to God. Chizuru's character, for why she is doing this, what are her troubles, and why the way she behaves is kind of toxic in a sense. I mean, Kazuya has been treating her like shit, but let's be honest, even after he acting this way, she gets angry or annoyed for time being, but she brushes it off and puts up with his shit multiple times. And after seeing where she is coming from, we kind of get it. Why is she the way she is? Giving a perspective from her side of what is happening in her life, making her the true S tier waifu. But the biggest thing which led me to genuinely enjoy that arc was thanks to Kazuya. Yes, the same guy who I called a cum-stained protagonist just a while ago. This guy, who gives me an urge to murder him, becomes from this walking talking L+ ratio of a guy to slowly becoming close to an alpha. Definitely not Sigma. Come on guys, let's be real. Where he cleans his act up and does genuinely good things, which makes you say, you know what, Kazuya? Well done, you did really good. And slowly, he grows on you, thinking he might be really getting good, until it all goes downhill and burns in hell. But I will get to that in a minute, don't worry. Let me praise the show for the time being. Rent a Girlfriend takes advantage of the thing that it is a trashy show, where viewers are using very little brain while watching or reading, until it completely switches and gives a really heartwarming and shockingly amazing character development. The author takes full advantage of the fact that Kazuya is spineless, no balls bitch ass protagonist, and in this arc, arc, which I will call it a movie arc because they make a movie here, where Kazuya tries really hard and attempts to do the Chad formation here, where he goes from spineless blaming wishy-washy protagonist to a guy who takes responsibilities for his actions and puts himself out there. He does some really amazing things without any ulterior motives, and most importantly, he grows some balls and gets shit done for Chizuru. He helps her out when nothing is going right for her. He's there for her when she needs him the most, and for once, he tries not to act like a fucking creep and a simp. Okay, most of the time. Kazuya really cleans his act up, and by the end of that arc, you genuinely feel like, oh, he has really grown. Obviously, he's not a total Chad. He turns into that guy here and there, but the growth is really noticeable in him. Now, the logical thing for the series to do, which has the end goal of making Chizuru fall for him and turning Kazuya into a worthy protagonist, is showing that he can grow even more as a character. And after developing their relations and characters more, you can do the confession in few more chapters. But the author said, let's put the development Kazuya had into a fucking garbage dump, set that dump on fire, and throw it in the gas station to explode. Do you remember my graph? When I said Rent-A-Girlfriend went from here to here, but then the series took a fucking reverse turn, and for the first time in my life, instead of being entertained by the trash, I cannot look away from it. Instead of going up, it created a new axis, which is suffer watching a car crash in 4K HD, where the story and my brain explodes and goes straight down and burns in hell. The movie arc ended at chapter 166, and do you know what chapter is going on right now? 228, and during this time, fuck all has happened. In recent chapters, there were some major events that made Kazuya even a shittier character than the start of the series, and the author somehow, I don't even know how, but he made Chizuru annoying. I mean, are you serious? How did you do that? She was such an entertaining character. I loved whatever she did. She literally carried the manga over 150 chapters. Every character has turned out to be even more brain dead, toxic, or just straight up fucking annoying. And the perfect mixture of all three is Ruka. This bitch is the most toxic character out there. Her whole shtick at first was that Kazuya made her heart flutter when he bumped into her. But from that scene in anime till now, she has been like the most annoying fucking shithead out there. There was this whole scene during the movie arc where Kazuya explains to Ruka that he loves Chizuru, so he does not want to be in their trial relationship anymore, and he rejects her proposal, but she rejects his rejection. I mean, what? I thought that only happened in One Piece. And then she goes ahead and says that she knows he likes Chizuru, but she's not going to let Kazuya go out of his grasp. What? What? I really just want to call her the cancer of Rent-A-Girlfriend. But no. That would be taking away the title for the one who deserves it the most, Mami. I don't know if this is real or people are just trolling and memeing, but why is there such a hardcore Mami following? I swear to God, I cannot escape them, even though she's the definition of cancer. She's purposefully trying to wreck not only the relationship of Kazuya and Chizuru, but also threatens to ruin Chizuru's reputation and sabotage her career and possibly her future. It is kind of implied that she still likes Kazuya or is obsessed with him because he doesn't give a fuck about her, but the things she does are wild. She goes on the Rent-A-Girlfriend app and rents Chizuru out under a fake name, then proceeds to blackmail her to eventually meet up with Kazuya's grandma, and after getting close enough with her, she threatens to tell everything about Chizuru and Kazuya. Bruh, get a job. Why do you care? Now you might be saying she's a good villain, but no, if she was a bad guy for being evil, it was like okay, but there is this shitty backstory to make us sympathize for her, that she had a boyfriend and her parents didn't let her go out with him, so now she ruins everyone's love life because she didn't had her way, even though it is hinted she left her house when she was dating Kazuya and broke up with him. Okay, this is editing me here. I guess she's purposefully written that way so that she gives us rage and hate bone at the same time. Now that I'm in the future and I have calmed down, I can see that her purpose is to make us rage. So maybe from where I am seeing, she's a nicely written character who serves her purpose, but not a good character. Still, fuck her. Now come the big players, Kazuya and Chizuru. Do you remember what I said? The movie arc had really great progression and development in both of these characters. They had their build up and it felt like Kazuya had more clarity on the matter than Chizuru at some point, and Chizuru, slowly but surely, was also getting more clarity. And as soon as the movie arc ended, I don't know what the fuck happened and all that progression went in flames. It was like someone burned the whole arc and refreshed it to before. So it makes it even worse. Do you remember the scene where Kazuya confesses and backs out in the anime? Yeah, that's still going on for over 2 years. 2 fucking years. Every 4th chapter, we get the build-up of, oh, he's planning to confess, and one of 3 things happen out of this. Kazuya chickens out, or someone interrupts, or Chizuru has a rental girlfriend misunderstanding, or pretends to have one. Every 2 chapters, there are cliffhangers, which result in absolutely fucking nothing. They are just there to make reader come back for more disappointment. It is so clear that the author is stalling because his manga exploded, and thanks to that, the best character we had, Chizuru, got really dragged down. She was a finely aged wine, but now she has become fucking cheap ass watered down version of it. Chizuru got fucking axed, man. But even after that, she carries this manga through most of this shit show. But the one who should have been really carrying the show now more than ever was supposed to be Kazuya. Kazuya went from pathetic OnlyFans premium subscribing loser to a loser who's trying his hardest to get that W, the process which made him somewhat look really cool. Then back he goes to lower than pathetic incel jackass. It is like the author is trying his hardest to make us hate him. I think Reiji is the one who really hates Kazuya. Like I said before, there was this big movie arc which I feel was the best arc of Rent-a-Girlfriend, which had genuinely good moments where the characters grow a lot, but the second that arc finished, the balls Kazuya had grew, the confidence he had, or the time he spent with Chizuru improving his relationship completely went away. And now that happens every 4 chapters. Let me tell you how it goes. Kazuya decides to do something and he goes to do it, fails for some reasons and decides I will not do it that way and proceeds to do it that way once again. Either he has developed short-term memory loss or this man lacks common sense. Kazuya is the guy if Twitter was a person. While we are on that matter, every time we see Chizuru, I don't need fucking detailed explanation on why slender her neck is, how hot she is, how classy she is, how cute she is. I fucking know. I'm reading chapter 222. I know how cute she is when she blushes. And this is every fucking chapter. This or the fucking flashbacks. Every time Chizuru and Kazuya hang out, Kazuya gets flashbacks of the moments he spent with her. It feels like Rent-a-Girlfriend is trying to compete against Naruto at this point. This current arc or these recent chapters have pissed me off even more. It is like someone cut off Kazuya's balls and ripped his spine off. It is the worst, man. And do you know what is more worse than that? I cannot stop reading it. I'm in this endless cycle now where I'm far too into quit now and I'm just grief watching it. So, fuck my life. Here is the warning, don't watch it. If you want to, just watch season 2 and forget about the show. Or just go read the doujin because it is kind of canon now. Like and subscribe is appreciated and I'm just too fed up with this shit, man. That's about it. See you in the next one.